Hi guys, this is Namcraft. What's going on? Welcome to This is Starcraft English comment. You're going to be watching the winner set of Ro24 Group C. A new face in the studio, in the booth, is going to be BTS, aka Alone, aka True, versus an established player, Barracks. And let's see if we're going to be having another upset because BTS defeating Best was a nice, huge upset. Huge upset. Anyways, let me just quickly show you the player card. This is a new invention that I made. I hope you enjoy it. This is a player card for Barracks. His name is Hwang Byung-young. His alias is Bai. He's born on 24th of July, or very close to my birthday. 1991. He's 33 years old of age. 33 years of age. He's 179 centimeters tall, aka 5 feet 10 inches. I have his weight, but I don't want to give it because many of you guys are complaining about me, just talking about people's weights. He's part of KT roster in the old days, and his university affiliation is unknown. I actually don't know. Do you know which university he plays for? I don't think he belongs to any university. His Africa channel's got 5,600 subscribers. His YouTube has got 11,000. He's one of the kind of less well-known player. He's not like Flash with 300,000 subscribers or Stork with like 200,000 subscribers. Bisu and Jaedong both have like 200,000 subscribers each. Barracks has been in 9 ASL round of 24, and his best performance is quarterfinal. Very recently, last ASL he was in the quarterfinals. So that's that. This map is Metropolis. You can already see this map being played out here. Let me just quickly show you the player card for BTS. I already showed it before, but I will just show it again. Here's the player card for BTS. He is relatively unknown, but he's not an old. He's not a young player. He's 32 years old, so he's very new. Very old. Anyways, let's talk about what's happening here. It looks like BTS has found where his opponent is located. He's gonna be going for 6 Zerglings. And Barracks is in some kind of trouble, I think. Barracks is not yet complete. I think he will complete it for sure. But what about the next move? I need to seal it off or something. This SV has discovered there's 6 Zerlings. The best that Barracks can try to do is, oh my god, and the Barracks is gonna spawn the Marine outside. He will not spawn the Marine inside. That's a huge problem. Okay, I guess it's spawned inside. I'm not so sure exactly how. Anyways, there's some SVs blocking, and Marine's gonna try to attack. The first SV will fall. There's gonna be more attack. Looks like the Zerg is gonna try to get to it. Gets another SV. He surrounds the Marine. The Marine dies. BTS kid, you are so good. You are so good. He will go inside the main now, but more Zerglings incoming. So Barracks needs to stop right here. Forget about the main, man. You can attack with your SCV in the main. Worry about the choke. He doesn't do that, and he's got his Barracks surrounded, I think, now. But it looks like this last Zerling has fallen. Okay, why do these Zerlings not get and attack the Marine? I'm not so sure why. I think he just doesn't micro hard enough. He could have micro a lot better, but this other Marine has fallen. The other Marine will fall. But now SV is going to start to surround the Zerlings, and that was not successful. But what's going to be the next move? Because we do have a new base. We do have a new hatchery. So this game might just completely tether off and, it's convert into a very standard game. I'm not so sure. But now there's just enough Marine to hold. More Marines come out to attack. But these Zerlings with their 4 legs will defeat the SVs who don't have any legs at all. But one more Zerlings are very close to dying. If you can get that last Zerling, things will be looking very much easier. But keep in mind that BTS invested a lot of this. He's built another hatchery. Is he going for Zergling Rush? Out of just three hatcheries, it might possibly be. Because why else would you go for an in-base hatchery before you take your gas, before you take your hive, your lair, everything else? I don't even understand it. I think he's going for Zergling Rush, but the question is, will he go for Zergling Rush with speed or without speed? That's the question. He doesn't get on the SV, so that's going to be the end of this attack here. And indeed, we are seeing a lot of Zerglings getting amassed, I think soon. No, now it's going to be drones. What is he doing? What is his build? And what is Barracks planned? He comes out with a single SV. He sees that a lot of Zerglings are here. He wants to scout. Zerglings don't have speed. And he's going to try to come to this other map. And Barracks has decided he's going to expand or not. He's waiting. He will expand now. So he says, you know what? I feel safe enough that I can expand. I think that is his rationale. But now the Zerglings is going to try to push this SV back. So no more scouting for a while. There's a lot of possibilities here. And Barracks want to know what are the chances of him winning this game. He sends out yet another SV to scout. And this SV might have better luck getting inside of BTS's main. But anyways, I find this strategy very interesting to go for 3 hatcheries before going to lair. Zerlings are looking for, some openings, but now this other SV will go through us. I think by now, but BTS says, you know what, I allow you to see my base because I have nothing to hide. There's nothing worth seeing, and you're just gonna see some drones and that's it. But this SV will get on the high ground. It will see there's, there's 3 hatcheries. He will see that I think Lair has started. No, Lair has not started. So he knows that he's ahead. I think by now he realized that he's ahead. And there's gonna be additional barracks inside the main. So things will start to go from here. Another question is BTS gonna need to monitor those Marines very, very closely because he doesn't want to die to the first Marine push without even medic support. That sometimes happens. Anyways, this SC will fall, and okay, the Marines have started to move. Looks like BTS not paying attention. He loses the first Zergling. Like I said, this is the moment where you are the weakest when you're as a Zerg player. Just like in Protoss' Terran, when you have like 2 Dragoons and the enemy push out with 1 tank and 4 Marines. You can lose your first Dragoon instantly if you don't pay attention. Anyways, these Zerglings are gonna have to do a surround here. I feel like, you know what, I think a Zerg player can always anticipate that this kind of attack will come on. So what about trying to time your Zergling speed at just the right moment? And come in and try to surround the Marine. Oh my god, the Marine is damaged. He loses the first Marine, but the rest of the Marine, can it make themselves out of here? I don't think it's going to be possible. We're going to try to get home now. He says, you know what, I've done enough damage. I would try to safely retreat home. And it's the moment for BTS to send the rest of his Zerglings out to try to corner these guys. And does he have Zergling with speed? He's got just normal Zergling, don't have speed. So I guess these Marines will just safely go home. There's a firebat. There's gonna be a surround. Now BTS is just the king of snuffing out good chances. He is so good with that. He comes through. He's gonna try to surround. Does he get the firebat? The firebat is alive. The firebat is alive, and that was just a single medic that was supporting, and that firebat will fall now. Looks like BTS come through, and Barracks in some serious trouble. He loses 1 Marine. He loses yet another Marine. Looks like Zerglings are not surrounding fast enough, and he loses yet 1 Marine. This last medic is able to hold very, very nicely here. And BTS has shown that his micro is great, and his sense, his star sense of when to attack, when to retreat, when to take risks is just uncanny. He's just unbelievably, intuitive in his approach. I think it's very, very methodical as well. But anyways, now we're going to be waiting for the general, the very, very typical mutualist cat and mouse approach here. Terran bunker coming up. So I think now BTS has realized that his opponent is not a noob. And he's gonna be going very safe. He's gonna try to go for a bunker. He will build a lot of turrets. He will respect the opponent, and the game will progress from there. Anyways, burrow Zergling is so weird. BTS is not playing Starcraft. He's playing some other game, man. I've never seen burrow Zergling in TVZ, and definitely not when the enemy's gone for bio. We've seen that when the enemy goes for something like, I don't know, what is that? Goliaths. Okay, these forces might be just enough to surround those Zerglings there. Keep in mind that BTS doesn't have a 3rd base. He's on 2 bases, and that's the problem. Anyways, the Zerglings getting ready to evolve now to get on the high ground. They start to attack. Marines are not attacking fast enough. How many units are going to be falling? And it looks like there's just enough. No, there isn't enough. That was a nice bet, excuse me. But now mutuals are en route. So that was a nice way to trade. But I guess that burrow technology stay with you for life. I mean, you paid well, fair, and square for it, right? Because you invested into burrow Zerglings and you get, that many Marines and firebats and medics and whatnot. I think that was a good trade. And now that technology is with you for life. It's like when you invest into shuttle with speed as a Protoss player, you just need to pay back the cost that you have invested, and then you get the technology for free for the entire remaining of the game. So that's that in mind. And now with that, he can burrow whatever he wants. He can burrow Hydras. Of course, burrowing Hydra doesn't really mean anything. But anyways, good attack. He comes through, and he's abusing the terrain like hell. Metropolis, you have this problem, this backside that you cannot protect safely, and the mutuals are just really abusing the situation, and Barracks might lose. If Barracks might lose, he will be pitted in the final set, and that will be problematic, I think, for Best to fight against Barracks, because Barracks is a very, very strong player. Granted, I don't think that BTS is a weak player by any mean. Anyway, some nice counterattack, and Zerglings just suddenly burrow in the middle of nothing here. So weird. So weird. Why is he burrowing? and then not attacking. And now he's gonna attack a little bit later. He would get maybe one marine. No, he's backing up, and now the Mutuals need to return home now because there's nothing covering this base. The Mutuals are trying to fly back as fast as possible. There are more Mutuals coming out, so the drones might need to evacuate on the high ground. The Mutuals gonna try to get back together. How many Mutuals? I think a total of 7 or 8 start to come in through, and just to buy time here, one Mutuals will die. His micro is not perfect. Zerlings will try to come out here and try to get the best angles, but they're dying fast. Mutuals to dive in now. Marines will start to attack the drone line. Drone line will be falling fast. Marines gonna try to come in. Looks like how many forces gonna lie? Looks like at the last minute, Barracks will lose all of his Marines. BTS has vanquished here his enemy, and he loses his 0 drones. I feel like that at that instant, Barracks should have gone for the drones, not for the Zerglings and the Mutuals. Just go in and execute the drone one by one. If you can get about 3 or 4 drones, things will be very different. But now he got nothing. And he's going to be facing a huge counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the final battle of this game here because a big upset is impending. BTS is going to try to destroy this other guy who is a lot better in the elo stats. If you just quickly check the elo stats, here are the elo scores. There it is. As you can see, Best is the best player, but Barracks is quite high up with 1316, and BTS only 1084. I guess BTS is prepared much better for this encounter, and these 9 Mutuals are going to try to come out, and BTS has shown that his Mutuals micro is quite good. It's quite good for a newcomer to the ASL. Keep in mind that if you look at the player cards, he's got 0 ASL performances so far. This is his first time in the entire history of ASL to be in the round of 24. And he's done well for himself. A nice attack. And he loses a Marine, Mutuals. Excuse me. That was a mistake, of course. You cannot get everything perfect because you are not an established player. But now you're going to be having a nice round of fight, but buying so much time. He's going to be careful to stop the enemy right here. That choke is so dangerous. One slip of attention and BTS would be facing a huge amount of problem. He goes through, he's going to try to snipe a Marine and just buy some time. He could easily block it with a lurker, but he doesn't do so. I guess he cannot block it with 1 lurker. You need to have 2 or 3 lurkers. Anyways, the game will drag on to late game now, and the longer it goes, of course, BTS got an advantage, but he needs to continue the tech evolution. He needs to make sure he gets to Queen's Nest. He needs to get second evolution chamber. He needs to go for Hive and eventually Defiler mount. And as for Barracks, he wants to finish the game by then. It looks like BTS is going to try to circumvent that. He will circumnavigate. He will, go for a huge attack here. How many lurkers? I think there are easily 6 lurkers. The Mutuals will all die before the lurkers burn, though. That was a kind of a late timing, I think, from the lurkers. But now the next attack is going to come through, and the last of the Mutuals have fallen. But now the lurkers can hold these forces, and he's going to try to attack, but we have siege mode. So that was an overextension, I think, by BTS. You cannot get over Zelle. He's stopping reinforcement. He wants to go through, but there are no openings. There are no openings. He needs to pick up that last lurker. He will lose that last lurker. He will need to deploy himself right here and try to stop reinforcement and just try. Okay, looks like this Marine is going to get on high ground now, but we have some lurkers on the high ground already, so that's going to be impossible. What is the next move? Where's the tech? I want to see tech from BTS. His Defiler mount is about 30% done, so he's actually not that far behind in terms of tech tree. Looks like there's going to be some Terran forces coming through, and that Lurkers is doing good shot. Oh my god! This is going to be a nice attack now. Skirmishes start to come out. The Lurkers going to eat up so many Marines, but there's not enough Lurkers in this expansion. All of that's going to be falling. Lurkers need to deploy. Good deployment. Drones are running away. So I guess all of these... Oh, look at this, guys. Amazing micro. He did not borrow all the Lurkers. He borrowed only 3 Lurkers, and he used 1 other Lurkers to go out and try to save the rest of his drone. That was very, very meticulous. That was almost like OCD, man. It's like when you try to micro your mutualist inside a mutualist pack. But anyways, this lurker wall will fall now. So BTS will be losing all of his lurker, but he's trading not so bad. He's gonna wither away those marine forces, which is fine. And he's gonna have time for his Defiler to come out. Nice attack. And when did you see this kind of battles in TVZ? Just attacking head-on without the support of lurker. We don't see it. Usually the Zerg players in 2025 are just sitting at home, cowering behind their defensive fortifications, you know, like babies. Instead of going head-on without Defiler. I mean, this is like the old days, the days of the Gosu, when you just come out with Zerglings and and lurkers and nothing else. No Defilers. No Ultras, nothing, just pure Zerglings and some Hydras, sometimes, but mostly Lurkers. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. There's going to be some Scourges coming out to stop any kind of dropship play, because it's possible to have dropship right now. A single Zerglings attacking those tanks. And these Lurkers getting pushed back. We're going to be having Defilers coming up soon now. He needs to save those Scourges. Defiler is in action. Nice stop right here. He's going to go for a Plague, possibly. plague those tanks. He's gonna go for what? He's gonna be going for another player, Darkstorm, which isn't so bad. He might want to get a tank, but he doesn't get a tank. He's gonna try to hold back now, and he's gonna be waiting for more forces and more lurkers coming to him. BTS is surviving, but is he gonna be able to win the game? That's the question. Keep in mind that Barracks has not yet expanded. Barracks is still on 2 bases. Excuse me, there's gonna be some more Defiler coming out. I just love this BTS guy. He's just so innovative. He's just introducing new ways to play the game. Of course, the units are the same, the strategy is the same, but he just played them in a way that is different from before, from all of the other old vanguards. Anyways, this is gonna be a weak moment now for BTS. Need to hold this choke at all costs. He's got time and money. Time equals money, and women are the roots of all evil. Nice attack from the high ground. He's gonna go to. Does he go for? Okay, looks like the Defiler was sniped or what? I think the Defiler is gone. Anyways, those lurkers we were to actually buy a lot of time, and these Marines gonna get pushed back. So it looks like the last minute BTS is holding. He's holding, but he needs to thrive. Not only just to survive, he needs to thrive and grow and evolve here. He needs to actually push on the battles and try to push the Terran back into his turf. There's going to be a nice science versus activity on that Defiler. Maybe he doesn't have energy. Anyways, Zerglings are moving right across the map. We need to cast a Dark Swarm right now. He goes to the Great Dark Swarm. Marine's going to get pushed back. Defiler can actually go for one more attack. He's going to consume a couple of Zerglings. And looks like there's going to be a counter attack now. But this Defiler is in the right position to stop his enemy here. Nice Zergling coming through. And this Lurker's going to try to attack. And good irradiated last bit. Amazing. Excuse me. Not irradiated. Dark Swarm. And looks like Barracks is falling back hard. Barracks is ahead by about 30 supply. But the Defiler threat is getting closer and closer towards his main base. Now BTS needs to control his Zerglings, not to feed them one by one into the Terran army like this, but he's doing a good attack now. If he can hold in his main base and attack at the front door, he's gonna be able to win this game because Barracks is on 2 bases. He will soon will be mined out, I think. And looks like the science vessel is gonna try to retreat and save the the enemy now. Excuse me, the main base, but that Defiler is gonna cast one more great attack to get one science vessel's amazing SAR sense here from both to be. So anyways, this is gonna try to expand, but not able to do so. The command center is gonna get sniped. And BTS is on the move. He's in the lead and he's in the zone. He goes through more Zerg reinforcement. He needs to continue to attack, and before the Dark Swarm dies. I think the Dark Swarm has died already. Anyways, good attack, and these 2 tanks will be falling very quickly. Another irradiate would be very useful here, but no irradiate, and that's science systems. I'm not so sure exactly what is it doing. 85 energy, is that enough for irradiate, right? Or is it 100 energy? I don't know, I'm not a Zerg player. But anyways, this Dark Storm finally dies out, and these lurkers will need to maybe sacrifice himself for freedom, for liberty. The next attack is coming through, and BTS is also on a thin line, man. He's attacking nicely, but if he's not able to win it outright, he might be in some serious trouble. He's gonna do a great attacking. Hydra's gonna snipe one of the tanks. Of course, splash damage can still deploy themselves, but the next Hydras need to fall back. You need to control your new units better. Of course, BTS is not a conventional Starcraft player, so he might actually be a little bit not so good with his micro, but he's got great ideas. But he needs to finish the game right now. This game is so unconventional. Normally, the Zerg players don't play like this. But anyhow, okay, nice plague on all of those forces. Maybe I need to check the map Metropolis, because I feel like the way that this map is structured is the problem. The reason why we have this kind of play, but now we're going to be having the drop, and if BTS cannot hold against that drop, he might be losing the game. He's going to try to attack, but the drop goes through. I think he's got some overlord that sees it. There's a lot of tech here. There's a Defiler mount. There is a Spire. Lurkers on the low ground, but no scan. Looks like at Barracks' attention is somewhere else. He was sniped. The drone, he was sniped. He was trying to snipe something, but Hydra's not getting on the high ground. Barracks can do a frontal attack right now, right in the front. He will be able to do something, but it looks like he's not able to do so. And that drop does what? It kills nothing. It kills nothing. It doesn't get the Spire, doesn't get the Hydrodent. It doesn't get the Defiler mount. It did not kill any drones. So BTS is still surviving, but his economy is not good. I mean, usually Zerg should be able to come out with a huge amount of forces, but his economy is not good. And how did that Defiler dies in the Dark Swarm? It was supposed to live, right? I'm not so sure. Anyways, mine out now by Barracks. BTS is on 3 bases. He's not mining that efficiently, but he can still win. Of course, one of the reasons why Barracks is surviving is because he went for tank. He went for tank and not just purely purely bio. If he went for purely bio, he would have been dead right now. Anyways, he's gonna eat up one of the Hydralisk and cast a Dark Swarm and just buy some time here. But Marine's gonna try to push through, and the next drop is coming through, so it may prove too much for BTS. And Barracks is the first guy to qualify, but BTS will have a chance in the final set. I will see you in the next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, buy my coffee link to that. It's gonna be in the description. I will see you soon. Bye bye.